Okay, today we're going to do something a little different. It's not really going to be with any paste or chalk. It's going to be a quick and easy project, and I hope we'll learn together. I have, Chalk Couture has recently started selling these heat transfers. This one is a nutcracker one, and it's really cute. I haven't used these particular ones before. I would like to see how easy they are to use, if they're vibrant in color, and then I want to wash them up and see how they stay. So let me go ahead and open the package. This one comes 2 to a pack. So I have 2 of these. They're cute. So we're just going to need one. We're also going to need some parchment paper because we do have to heat set these. So you're going to iron them on with a heat press. I have my Cricut Easy Press here. It's set to 360. And if I read the directions on this, it says to lay it on the surface. Now it has to be used with something that's high polyester. So it says, for best results, heat transfers are designed to be used with a heat press on polyester, poly cotton blend fabric, at least 70% poly. So according to my sublimation knowledge, you always have to use something at least 60 or 70% polyester. So you have to pay attention to what the content of your fabric is. This is a lumbar pillowcase, and it is, let's see what it's made out of. You know, I'm not sure this is going to work. This says it's 100% cotton. Okay, this is not going to work on this. So I'm trying to think if I have anything polyester that this could potentially work on. You know what? I have these little bags here. These are for sublimation, and this is going to be way bigger than my bag, but let's just try it out. Let's check it out. So this is a little zipper cosmetic bag, and we're not going to use our lumbar pillow because it is all cotton. We're going to save that for another project. And let's see how this is going to fit. Okay, so this is very small. You can see right here that it's not going to fit everything. Let's just try and put that nutcracker on it. Let's just kind of experiment a little bit. So what you're going to do is, it says to use high polyester. If heat set design is larger than the heat press, tape the design down into position on the surface with placement tape or alternative heat resistant tape. Cover the heat transfer with parchment paper to prevent the design from bleeding through onto the heat press. Set the temperature of the heat press to 360. Mine just turned off, so let's do it to 360 temp to 360, which is higher than I normally use on most of my other stuff. And then it says to do it for 60 seconds. Press with medium pressure until the timer stops. Remove the parchment paper while the project is still warm. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of correction here. My heat press is to 350. I want to go ahead, make sure my fabric is, how can I put this so you guys can clear view? Okay, so I've got a heat resistant mat. You're gonna need that too because I don't want to heat my table up. I've got my little tiny bag. I know it's too small for this transfer, but I want to try it. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the star and the nutcracker and the people. And I'm just going to center this. This is just kind of exploration. Now I know it's bigger than my bag and it says to tape it, but I'm not going to do that. And how long did it say to do it for? It said, I believe for 60 seconds. Yeah, 60 seconds. So we're going to go, and this is larger than my thing, so we're just going to go for 60 seconds. And I should have had this set first. And let's start it. Okay, so 60 seconds. And I'm not going to really move this around. I'm just going to lay it on here. Let's see if it says anything about that. Set the temperature of the heat press to 360 and the timer to 60 seconds. Press with medium pressure until the timer stops. Remove parchment paper immediately while the project is still warm. Okay, so I know from experience from sublimation that you don't really want to move this around too much because the paper could result in ghosting. So I'm not going to move it around. I'm just going to lay it on here. Now, sometimes when I use my regular heat press, I have it on a pretty firm pressure. So this, I'm just going to kind of lean on it a little bit. It's not going to give me a great pressure because it's not a regular heat press. So I'm going to lean in on it. I've got 7 seconds left to go. 3, 2, 1. And I want to lift this off carefully without moving my transfer. And I'm going to go ahead and take it up. Oh, wow. Look at that. And it may just be because of, it's not real clear. Maybe because it's like a canvas type texture. But it's pretty cool. And that was quick and easy. And now you'll notice that my transfer paper has removed most of my design. I'm going to go ahead and throw this away. I can't use it again. The transfer's gone. But this is kind of cool looking. What do you guys think? Was that easy enough to try? Now, I know this isn't the perfect project. I thought I would be doing something larger with this. But it did work. And the design is completely there. It's actually kind of cute. I like this idea. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Would you try it? If you would, give me some hearts. Feel free to share this with anyone who has any questions about these heat transfer products that we're offering now. I'm going to go ahead and save my other heat transfer. I'm going to put it back into the sleeve to protect it. I will put my pillowcase back in the sleeve that I did not use, and I will use it for something else. But it turns out it is polyester, so it's cotton, not polyester. So I didn't want to use it. I can get some polyester ones later to use. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this gave you an idea on what to use these for. Cute little pouch. And once again, this was a sublimation surface, and you do have to have special high polyester surfaces to use this heat transfer with. Thank you for watching.